Okay, I'm just going to give it a little bit of time here. Okay, well, got a few people on. Crank out the ammo. I've been trying. I've been trying to make a lot of 44 mag as of late. Pretty good stuff. I've been using some Spear Gold Dot hollow points. They're pretty nice. I got no complaints with it. Haven't really cranked any hot stuff out yet, but other than that, I've been loading some 357 Magnum with my brother. Shoots a lot of that, so I've been trying to keep him happy. But yeah, ask away. I mean, I don't really have any big plan to talk about, so looks like components are coming back online. That's what I've seen too. Luckily, I've been saving up quite a bit on them. What am I loading for 357? These are, let me see, 158 grain bullets, and I believe the load that we were throwing in there was, let me see what kind of powder I was using. 357 isn't my total wheelhouse because I've owned them in the past, but have since switched to other things. I believe I was using some Unique. Not sure on the powder charge on that. It's been a little while, but usually when I reload with my brother, we'll kind of do it together and get a load set and go from there. I see Ohio gun stores were opening back up. That's good. Yeah, I haven't been so lucky here in Michigan. They're still kind of shut down, or anyone that is open is still kind of opening to their own discretion and doing just by kind of like a appointment only type of thing. So it's been difficult. Yeah, I see that. I know they had on their website that it was closed, or Williams Guns site. They were closed till the 30th, which now is the 30th. I haven't looked at their website to see what it says now, but I'm sure it's just updated to the regular old crap. I did like going in there and looking. They have a pretty good selection usually. I got no complaints about them, but it's kind of too bad. I mean, being shut down that long. Gander is out of business in Flint. Yeah, I could see that one coming. Last time I had a video a couple months back there, I stopped in and, when they first opened, I actually had kind of a hopeful thought there because there was some decent prices on things when I first walked in. But I walked in there a couple months ago and they had a Jimenez JA9, which that's like $150, $170 gun at the most, really. They had it listed used for like 320 something bucks, and that was just a joke. So I knew right then and there that it isn't going to work out. But this whole economic climate, it's really just a big old crap hole. So I really could have seen that one coming. I haven't. When did they open up? Sportsman's Warehouse. I haven't heard anything on Sportsman Warehouse yet. I know I've seen like the ads and stuff and looked at them online and whatnot, but never actually been into a physical store. That would be the first one that opened, at least in Michigan that I know of. Okay, I'll have to look that up. I haven't really, like I said, I'll have to check them out once stuff kind of goes back to normal, because unfortunately it's just kind of hard to get around. But I've been trying to stay home a little bit, but I've been still working. Oh, the old Gander in Lansing. Okay. Yeah, I know right where that's at. That'll be easy to check out. Well, I'm excited for once things go to normal, check that out. Well, that's good, because you need to have a few of them, like bigger box stores around. I know, people can love them or hate them, but it is good for some people to be able to go and look at different selection stuff, because sometimes local gun shops don't have everything you want. But I don't know. Plus, it's not bad to have a place, when your wife goes shopping around there, and you can drive over there and check it out. But yeah. Oh, I'm sure a lot of folks buy guns and never shoot them. I mean, that's, I always try to get out at least a couple times. Maybe not every week, but I try to get out shooting at least every couple weeks and try to run some rounds through everything. And like I said, that's always the best way to keep up on shooting. Have you guys heard anything, new guns or anything that's exciting anybody? Or hopeful for anything that would be coming down the pipeline soon? I'm kind of getting excited about a Smith & Wesson Combat Magnum, and that's a Model 69. Got a SIG P30. SIG P30 or is HK P30? I guess I'm not sure of the SIG P30. Because doesn't SIG usually use 3 digits? Unless you mean like a 320. Oh, okay, HK P30. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. That's a pretty cool gun. I have never owned an HK. I've heard nice things, but never had the luxury on that. I've owned a lot of different things, but I don't know, at different times, different things strike my fancy, and I jump around quite a bit. Oh, I'm sure it's. I saw a video the other day that had a P30 on it. It looked pretty cool. Supposedly the prices have came down a little bit on them from what I've heard, but I mean, that's all hearsay. I like big bore guns, would like to see more in 40. Yeah, I actually, before I got on my 44 mag kick, was, looking between 357, 44 mag. Really did think about the 41 mag, because it has a lot of the potential of the 44 mag, and yet you got a little bit smaller bullet sectional density that helps with some speed and stuff like that. I don't know, I was attracted to it. Maybe down the line here, I'll probably try to look at maybe a 41 mag. Ruger's pretty much the big name in town anymore. Unfortunately, I know Taurus, I think they used to make a 41 mag in the Raging Bull line way back when, but they've kind of fell out of the wayside. But no, that's a cool round. Doesn't get enough credit, I think. Yes, I really enjoy the Trackers. Tracker 44 is a pretty good shooting little revolver. I did see that says some misleading, like Taurus's webpage doesn't have all the models listed, but then if you go to their new catalog and look through there, they got some 2-inch tracker 44 models and stuff like that that I know they've offered in the past, but they're actually listed in the catalog again. And I've been kind of looking around for like a concealed carry 44 mag, and I saw that. So hopefully I might actually consider it if I can find a distributor that would have it. But this whole coronavirus bull crap has really put a wrench in that kind of search. But if they have it, I'll buy it. But yeah, the 41 mags would have been cool. I don't know why Taurus does that. Sometimes they just drop a line. I mean, I guess it doesn't make money. They're going to be gone with it. But maybe there's not enough people out there that like wonky things or obscure things. But then once it hits a fire again, it's like 10 millimeter. That's definitely gotten a lot more popular as of late. I mean, God, I know when I was into it, 10 millimeter pretty heavy, there was only a couple names in town, and now a lot of people that make 1911s are pushing the 10 millimeter, Ruger now, and but for a while there, it was really only EAA with the Witness and Glock. So hopefully 41 will catch back on again, and you'll get Smith & Wesson to put out some of their older models again too. Because I do believe, yeah, they made the was it the 610 10 millimeter revolver as well, or brought it back. Smith Wesson had theirs too. Oh yeah, I know they all had a pretty good layout of different calibers. 10 millimeters as big as they can handle. Unless you go with the Desert Eagle. Although, I don't know, there's 10 millimeter is about kind of the max for a lot. I mean, unless you're going to consider like the boutique 460 Roland, or like I said, Desert Eagle having the 44 mag 50 Action Express, and the 429 Desert Eagle now, their new necked one. Yes, I did have one for a little while there. I paid like $1,500 for it. Surprisingly, I mean, I liked it. It was kind of a cool gun, but find something else you like, it's like, shit, it's the easiest one to sell to come up with some capital to buy something else, so. Unfortunately, I'm not rich enough to just buy countless ends of guns, so I do a lot of selling and trading, and sometimes I actually can make some money on some things here and there, just depending on the situation and what I bought one for. If I got a used one, and then, once in a while, sometimes you can make a little profit on something. Yes, yeah, they do throw you right back into your, right into your face. And their Desert Eagles are kind of a beast with, they like to be ran wet. So like, they like a lot of oil in them. I never had real big function issues or anything with mine, but it kind of sucks though. Like, you pay a lot of money, you get just one mag, and then to get any more mags, you got to fork out more money. And I just had the plain black finish, which the finish wasn't the best. That being said, I probably would rather get a stainless steel if I ever got one again, because they didn't have them when I bought mine. Anybody have a Ruger 57 or anything yet? I haven't. I know that came out, and I was kind of eyeing it for a little bit, but like I said, with this whole coronavirus thing's kind of put a damper in a lot of things, and it was kind of hard to get for a while too anyways. Oh, prices went up since Carr bought the Desert Eagles. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing for Carr to buy them. The only good thing is at least they got a little bit bigger manufacturer behind them, because they, Magnum Research kind of only does boutique things anyways. But I don't know. Say what you will about car. I don't know. I had a CW45 for a while, and I know a lot of people say, like with the slides, and it is true. The frames have plastic frame rails, but and I know they're embedded with metal tabs in there as well, but I don't know. It always just irked me the wrong way, like when you'd be shooting and there'd be plastic shavings and shit that you'd be cleaning out, and kind of threw me off. But I don't know. Desert Eagle is fairly well made when I had it. I would definitely give the BFR a good shot, though. I wouldn't mind one of them. Maybe in something kind of cool. Like a 475 line ball, 480 Ruger would be kind of cool to me. Let's see. Just picked up a never fired Ruger P345. Those are a cool gun. It's kind of a shame. Everybody goes on this whole striker fired kick, and it's like CZ. They made, great CZ75, a lot of variants of that, and then they put out the CZ P10, and yeah, it's a cool pistol and everything, but I don't know. CZ was always the name of the game for hammer fired, and same thing with SIG. I know striker is what people like, and it's what's in the moment right now, but I really enjoy shooting with the double action, single actions for sure. It's kind of a shame that, especially like Ruger too, they kind of got rid of them. Lots of budget guns now, looking at the High Point 10 mil. I haven't actually tried that yet. I wouldn't mind. It'd be kind of fun. Shit, they're only like $350 or so, I believe, aren't they? Probably be pretty fun though. I don't know how hot of loads you could cram through it, but I guess, the barrel length is going to help you more than anything. Let's see, $1,000 now for a CZ. Yeah, they're getting pricey. I don't know. And basically the only economical one is the P10, so unless you find some used ones here and there. Got a High Point carbine with a bullpup stock kit. It's so. I think I've seen some of the examples on there. I mean, cool, but so. Yeah, I did watch some of Demo Ranch's stuff trying to kill the High Points. Yeah, he really put the pounding on them there. Some of them I figured would have been much worse than they ended up, but I know he, used the 50 BMG on them on the end there, and that was pretty exciting. Obviously, it wouldn't stand up to that. I do wish that on the Demo Ranch thing that I still want to see somebody take a 460 Roland and convert a High Point to fire 460 Roland, just to see what the heck that would do. Because 460 Rolands are pretty smoking round for not a lot of work. I mean, usually just springs. On 1911s, it's just springs and compensators, and a little bit longer chambering in the barrel, but yeah, that's the thing that I would wonder about, but still would like to try it though. I don't know. I remember back on Iraq veteran 8888, they converted a 40 to fire 10 millimeter, which that's not quite as jump as the 45 ACP to 460 Roland. But still, I know it could be possibly done, but yeah, I'm sure it would probably not fare well, or at least not last very long. Seems like a high point relying on the slide weight would end poorly. Oh yeah, yeah, that's, and with the Zamek Wonder thing, it's, there aren't threaded barrel options for them, are there? I don't believe on the, I don't think on the 45s. I know in some of the smaller ones, they do have like a comped version, but it's not the same as like a regular compensator. It's kind of wonky on how they put it on. Desert Eagle is great because it is easy to shoot different calibers. Yes, I totally agree with that. The only problem is to buy those barrels are like $400 a piece. But I mean, compared to buying 3 Desert Eagles, I guess buying a Desert Eagle and a couple barrels would actually seem pretty affordable in hindsight. That's why I'm kind of liking, Taurus put out the new 692. I believe that's what it is. I might be wrong on that, but that's the one with the convertible cylinders that shoots. You got a cylinder for 9mm and a cylinder for 38, 357, and you just hit the button on the bottom. And that comes in at a pretty good price point, so that might be something I look at down the line, especially as a good CCW. I know they got a 3-inch barreled version that kind of looks cool. I wouldn't mind that as well. I need to be looking for a new CCW pistol. As of now, I've just been kind of using my SIG P320, but it's kind of chunky and I don't know. Kind of getting into revolvers again, so a little bit. I don't know what I would end up choosing, but I've been kind of going back and forth on a 44 mag. But there's lots of different options out there, that's for sure. I'm just looking to make sure I had the right number and I'm not insane. And what is all your guys' view on Taurus firearms? I've been pretty happy so far with what I've owned. I love my Raging Bull. Tracker's pretty nice. I don't have much experience beyond those two though. Yeah, and that's what I've always heard. I know they've got some promising things with their new semi-autos. I haven't tried any of them. I would be willing to give the G3 a try, or the G2C. They're pretty cheap. I would say pretty easy to go ahead and give it a try and not really worry too much bang for the buck on that. And I don't know on their 1911s. I've never owned one of them. That might be something I'd like to try at some point. Nice to buy a big bore for under 500. Oh, absolutely. I bought my Tractor 44 for, I think it was like $465 out the door. And my Raging Bull, that was a little bit more. I think that was closer to like $700. But both really great guns. Haven't had any issues with timing or anything yet, but that's something that happens over time. Long, I'm assuming barrels look weird on the Taurus. Guess it depends on the model. I mean, if you're talking I think they look a little weird on the regular 44 version, you know, with the one that's not the Tang style. On the Raging Bull, I don't think they look too bad. I mean, it kind of flows. I mean, it's a little bit, I guess, offensive in the way, compared to other classic revolvers, but I don't know, the Raging Hunter series looks kind of cool too, I guess. I mean, I would think about that one too in the future as a hunting revolver. I've taken my Raging Bull out deer hunting. Haven't had any luck with it yet, but obviously I wanted to get the Raging Hunter, but I wanted to have it for the deer season, but they were not available at the time, so I picked up the Bull and reconnecting. Oh boy. Did I lose feed from anybody here? Not sure what we got going on. Is the feed still going? It's got a thing showing that's reconnecting. So if it's still going, I'll keep going with it. There's a Gen 3 Striboard coming out eventually. That's supposed to be pretty interesting. Okay, cool. Good, it's working. Yeah, I haven't actually heard a lot about this Striboard. I believe, isn't that let me take a look here. Okay, so Grand Power. Had to confirm that with myself. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. I've never really gotten a, one of them bigger pistols, what have you, or, SBRs or anything like that. I have had some experience with Grand Power, though. My brother has a Grand Power pistol. That's pretty nice. Very true. I'm sure, if they get it out, they go ahead and see everything at once. I mean, obviously they want to release it, so they're going to have as many as they can. Try to get as much publicity. So, yeah, I'm sure as soon as they got more content, they're going to push it. Not me, though. If I review something, something I bought, so. And usually, to a degree, I'll be honest with that, I like most of the things I've bought. But, because usually I'm kind of attracted to it if I'm going to buy it in the first place. But there's been a few that I haven't liked. That over time kind of just wore on me to not enjoy. Big time is back early on, like 6-7 years ago, I was on a pretty big kick of Saturday night specials, and the fact that you could just go buy them for like $150, pretty cheap, any time of the day. It's kind of cool just to see the differences in how they were built and stuff, and they were okay. Crappy triggers, weren't very accurate, but I mean, I guess I do see a purpose in them for some people, but anymore, they're fairly useless, I think, in the age of getting $250 guns that are way better. I actually think it's kind of hard don't know how High Point is going to be able to survive unless they lower their price at some point, because so the Taurus G2C is encroaching on them pretty dang close. Like Paul Harrell's meat target. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Meat target. The only meat I've ever shot was a living animal, so very true. It's pretty hard to miss when you're got it strapped to a board. well, strapped to whatever contraption he comes up for his ballistics testing. No, it's pretty tough. Oh, I don't see why not. Feeding him all to his dogs. That makes sense. You know, dogs gotta eat. I hope maybe he'd cook them. Not that dogs couldn't handle it, but just the potential of sitting out for a long time, bacteria and stuff, but yeah. You know what will eat anything is pigs. And that's not just a Hollywood myth either. I used to raise a few pigs here and there for meat and stuff. They're basically like garbage disposals. You can just throw them a bunch of old bags of cereal and stuff, and they'll pick through it. You know, leftover crap. They'd mow down on anything. If they were all loose, they'd probably be an apex predator around here. Well, takes all that time to make ammo. Doesn't take a lot to shoot it. No, yeah, it does. Unfortunately, I mean, unless you're going to spend a lot of money on some really high-end progressive presses and stuff, it takes quite a while. It's kind of a labor of love. Do I do any fishing? Yes, I do. Usually I go with my father-in-law. He has a place up in Higgins Lake up north in Michigan. And done quite a bit up there. I wouldn't say I go out like super regularly, but I definitely go ahead and try to go out when I can. I'll go for anything too. It's all pretty fun. Panfish, all that, bluegill, sunfish, crappies, they're all pretty good. Yes, North Michigan is very beautiful. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but I live in kind of central, so going to Saginaw walleye is a lot of fun. That's what my father-in-law loves doing is walleye. I mean, we'd max out a couple times. We've went up there in Higgins Lake. Sorry, scratch that. We did the walleye in Houghton Lake. It's a lot shallower of a lake. Drive a truck, get to see it all, but never experience it. Yeah, I used to work as a crop insurance adjuster, and I would be all over the road. So I'd make it all the way up to Shepherd and north of Mount Pleasant and stuff, all the way down to west of Grand Rapids and all the way down south of Jackson. So pretty big area, but it is nice to see stuff. But yeah, probably as a trucker, you really don't get to go on the back roads. I guess that's what I was lucky with, is being able to take the dirt roads and see the farms and nature and all that stuff, not just highways. But yeah, North Michigan's a lot of fun. Obviously, I mean, if you're from Michigan, you kind of understand it. It's kind of like it's kind of a cool place to live because you know, sunny beaches are not that far away. Not a lot of people in the Midwest can say that. So, all right, man. Well, thanks for watching. Yeah, you too. There's some beautiful places when I retire. Oh, there's so many places I want to check out over time. Unfortunately, the funny thing is I've never been farther west than Missouri, really. spend most of my time on the East Coast, so I would like to go out and try seeing some of Utah and Yellowstone and all that stuff, your typical places, your typical wildlife visiting sites. I would like to check them out someday. Best Wyoming, Montana. Yeah, no, and you're away from the Rona when you're out there, too. No, I had a buddy in college. We did internships and stuff that he took one all the way out in Wyoming, and I think it was probably the closest city was Jackson Hole, and he said that where he was at, it took an hour and a half to drive to actually go get fuel for the truck. So just to go to the gas station and get, your gas and your bag of chips and a pop, an hour and a half. It's nuts, but I'd like to experience it. Well, it's pretty cheap, $69. That ain't bad at all. Yes, that's definitely, I wouldn't want to drive my own truck out there. For one, it's a lot of wear and tear, putting on thousands of miles at once. It's pretty easy to pay for a car rental. Well, I'm probably getting there pretty close here. I'll probably be thinking about shutting her off here soon. Anybody got any other questions or anything they want to know or thoughts on anything? I'll probably try calling in about 40 minutes. I'll try to sound like that. Hopefully, I don't know. That's the first time I've actually tried this live chat thing. So, if you guys enjoyed it, I'll do it again. Just glad a few people showed up. So, had some decent conversation. Nice to check with people. Oh, Yankee has it. Yes, he has a very, very fond attachment to revolvers. That's a collection you can only get over years and years and years of just grinding and buying. That's a lot because he doesn't have cheap taste either. If you watch his videos, he is very anal on particular on how his guns look, and he gets a little tiny scratch, he takes it and frickin' sandblasts it and gets it right back to how it was, or he'll just frickin' refinish the entirety of it in his own right. Yeah, I probably will next time. It was kind of shorter notice. I was off today from work because of the whole coronavirus thing, so next time I'll try to plan it for a weekend night or something, or a little bit better time. I was just giving it a try to see how it was and see how it worked out. So luckily, I think it's worked out so far. So not too shabby. But all right. yeah, so I'll probably end it right about there. Next time, yeah, I'll try to give some more notice and go from there. At least a good couple days of notice and try to get more people in. But yeah, next time, yeah, for sure. If you guys have any questions or want to know my thoughts, for sure. I mean, it's just cool talking about anything too. So, like I said, all things are good. So, alrighty. Well, have a good night, everybody, and I'll check back with you soon.